This is the story of Theseus and the Minotaur. Theseus was raised by his mother alone, his father unbeknownst to him, until one day she revealed that his father was none other than King Aegeus of Athens. She hoped that Theseus would be declared the successor of the king. So, when Theseus had grown up, she sent him to court to meet his father. However, King Aegeus's current wife recognized Theseus and devised an evil plan to convince the king that Theseus was a dangerous enemy, and had it so that his cup would be filled with poison. However, as Theseus was about to drink, King Aegeus recognized the sword on Theseus's hip. It was none other than a gift he had given to Theseus's mother for their possible future son. He managed to stop Theseus from drinking the poison just in time, welcomed him warmly, and declared Theseus his successor. Medea, her evil plans foiled, fled to escape retaliation. Several years before Theseus's return, King Minos' son had been killed in Athens, and in compensation he demanded that every 9 years 14 young Athenians be sent to Crete to be fed to the Minotaur. The Minotaur is a dreadful beast with the head and shoulders of a bull and the body of a man. It towers over 9 feet tall and feasts on human flesh. It is trapped in the labyrinth, a complicated maze created by the world-famous craftsman Daedalus. No one who had entered that maze had ever come back. When the time arrived once again for the victims to be sent to Crete, Theseus volunteered, declaring he would slay the Minotaur and free Athens from this recurring sacrifice, or die trying. His father, the king, feared for his son and could hardly stand to bear waiting for news. So he told his son that should he return safely, alive, and everything was well, to hoist white sails instead of the usual black upon his return. Theseus agreed, and when Theseus arrived in Crete, he was recognized by King Minos, who was overjoyed to see his rival's son here to meet his doom. For even if Theseus managed to defeat the Minotaur, he would still be trapped in the labyrinth, lost forever. However, King Minos' daughter, Ariadne, fell in love at first sight with Theseus, and offered her aid in killing the Minotaur if Theseus would accept her hand in marriage. Theseus, also smitten, agreed. So she gave Theseus a magic ball of twine, which he tied one end of at the entrance of the maze, and then followed as it unwound to the center of the maze, where the Minotaur lurked. What followed was a gruesome and terrifying battle, with many blows exchanged and blood shed, until finally Theseus managed to defeat the monster. Then he led his fellow Athenians, his fellow sacrifices. They all followed the twine out of the labyrinth to where Ariadne waited. They escaped Crete altogether by a boat. On their way to returning to Athens, they stopped by the island of Naxos, where the entire island threw a great celebration, celebrating the two most great things: Theseus' victory over the Minotaur and his engagement to the lovely Princess Ariadne. However, as celebrations wound down that night, everyone was very drunk, and Ariadne fell asleep on the sands of the shore, unbeknownst to anyone else. And by the time she had awoken, the ship had already set sail for Athens. Theseus, when he discovered this, was so racked with guilt and worry that he forgot to change the sails to white and sailed into Athens with black sails hoisted. His father, seeing this, believed his son dead and leapt from the cliff into the sea and drowned, leaving Theseus to take his father's place as king upon his successful yet tragic return. And that is the tale of Theseus and the Minotaur.